Hey there everyone, and today I want to tell you that on the days where you feel like you can do nothing and you manage to do anything, then that means everything. This is one of those days for me. And that's why right now, instead of the edited version of this video, you're getting a live stream. Because that means I'm going to be able to just click end and this video's here. I don't have to do all the editing work. I don't have to sync up the music. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I've made a thumbnail. Pretty damn proud of myself for that. But really, I wanted to put a super quick message out to each and every one of you, which is the things we have to do on a daily basis, they're not objectively difficult. They are subjectively difficult, and they are subjectively difficult between you and other people. But they're also subjectively difficult between you on a good day and you on a bad day. There's another there's another video on my stream that talks about we don't have motivation, we only have momentum. And when the momentum's on the way up and when we're doing great, certain things that we might normally find difficult, we find easier on that day. And then there are the days where the momentum's all the way down here and we find things that normally would be easy to be extremely difficult. And this really is a message out there for anyone who has ever felt that way. Because we often see mental health as this thing of either people have it or they don't. You know, the people who have it are struggling and the people who don't are off living the greatest lives in the world and achieving absolutely everything. But we have different levels of achievement within mental health. We have people who can achieve marathons, people who can achieve giant events, people who can achieve degrees and qualifications and everything in between. And sometimes those same people are the people that can get up one day, work their asses off, but the next day find it hard just to get out of bed. And that's okay. And you know what we need to do about that? We need to understand that the goalposts move and be compassionate to ourselves and actually big ourselves up for the steps that we actually are able to take on that given day. If you feel like you can do nothing and you are able to do anything, then that is everything. Really want you to think about that, because what do? When we think we can do nothing, we do something, anything, but we put it down. This morning, I got out of bed. There was a chance that that might not have happened today. I had a shower. There was a chance that might not have happened today. I was supposed to go for a 5-mile run. I made it to 1 mile, but that's 1 mile more than 0. And I'll put my hand up and be honest and say I'm finding it difficult to show that compassion to myself today as well. But maybe I'm here for a little bit of relatability. Maybe I'm here for a little bit of accountability. Maybe I'm here to try and help you if you're feeling that way today. To big yourself up rather than to beat yourself up. And here's the thing. You might, and I did. I got out of bed this morning and I did the happy dance and it felt good. I made the bed. I did the happy dance and it felt good. I went to have my morning coffee before I go for my run. And while I'm sat with the coffee, it wasn't in this mug, but while I'm sat with the coffee, I let my mind wander. I let that sinking feeling in my stomach take hold. I let the depression get in a little bit more. So by the time that I went for the run, it was an absolute miracle that I actually went for the run. And then some steps on the run were easier than others, but other steps on the run were harder. And sometimes it was a need to turn back. And this morning I did a turn back. And what did my brain want to do at that point? It wanted to tell me that I'd failed. And we need to reframe these things. The fact that I did any degree of a run when I was feeling like that today is a success. I didn't fail by not achieving the distance I set out to do. I succeeded by achieving any distance that was greater than 0. And you know what? Even if you're having that kind of day today, and you don't manage to do anything, that's okay too. We don't need to be fighting this battle every single day. Some days we need to just take a step back, recuperate, let our energy come back. Because anyone who's got any mental health problems in this world will know there's plenty more battles where that one came from. So I just wanted to put this video out here because here's the thing. Today, on my schedule of things to do for today, was to make a YouTube video. And for this one, I've made it so much easier for myself to actually make it and get it out. A live video. Of course, one thing, it's not edited. I've had to do it all in one take. There's a little bit more pressure there. But a live video doesn't require the editing. Doesn't require it requires 1/3 of the work pretty much as a pre-recorded video, right? So I cut myself some slack and I made it so, okay, I could get 0 video out today, or I could get something out. So that's what I've done. So remember, if today all you can manage is getting out of bed and brushing your teeth, then you're doing awesome. If today you didn't want to get out of bed at all and you got out of bed even for 30 seconds, you were awesome. Even if you got back in again, that's still more than what your brain was trying to get you to do. Let me tell you one little thing about depression before I sign off, because this is the danger with going live as opposed to pre-recorded. We can go on some tangents. One little thing about depression. Your depression, it wants to survive too. And how does it do that? Well, it does it by keeping you depressed, by telling you the things that keep you depressed, that keep you feeling the way that you're feeling. It will tell you that the job you're doing is terrible. It will force you to compare the job you're doing on a bad day to the job you do on a good day. And your brain will keep you going there. And you might have to fight and disagree with those ideas and those thoughts 100, 1,000, 1,000,000 times in a day. But you can disagree with them. I genuinely, in my heart right now, do not feel like I am doing a good job. I don't. And my depression's telling me that. But I'm going to sit there and I'm going to tell myself that I'm proud of myself for what I have managed to do today. For every little step I have taken today, I am going to choose to be proud of myself. And that's hard. And it takes a lot of convincing. And half of my brain doesn't want to believe it. Maybe even 70% of my brain doesn't want to believe it. But I know that is the way I would encourage somebody else. That is the way I would encourage another person who is struggling with depression. So therefore, that must be the right answer for me, right? Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. And I hope that this thought process of mine helps you in some little way. Remember, if you want to do nothing, if your brain tells you you are capable of doing nothing, and you do anything, then that is everything. You are not weak if all you did today was get out of bed. Because actually, that effort it took to get you out of bed from that position of inertia is probably a lot more effort than it takes you to do something massive on a day when you're riding high. That's it. I'll see you soon.